Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. My muscles are so goddamn sore from the gym this week. I don't know what it is, but squatting and deadlifting has really beaten my ass, quite literally. So, beta feedback changes. I'm looking forward to it because now we can get like very close to launch. Of course, we have to make like a launch checklist and prepare all the materials. I think I'm not going to bore you all with writing the actual blog post. If that's something you're interested in, please let me know in chat. Then I might actually do an extra stream tomorrow. But my plan for today is like, I have to do like make a couple of changes in the code. For instance, my analytics aren't working. I figured out why that is because it didn't include the www domain in the like allowed domain list from Venom.js, which sucks. Because now I don't have any data on the alpha and the beta, but oh well, you live and learn. I probably should have noticed it earlier, but I was like, oh shit, maybe we're just not gaining any traction. And now I'm completely in the dark how the alpha did, which sucks. But, you know, the only thing we can work on is like what's coming, everything in the past. I don't know, I can do anything about it. So let's see, can I make this a little bit bigger for you guys in the bottom left corner Notion? So besides like updating Venom Analytics, which we'll start with in just a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes, I don't know how long I'll be ranting about today, we'll also like test the living shit out of everything, just to make sure everything works. Maybe we'll find some like improvements we can do. Maybe we want to update the data just a little bit. I'm also planning to go through the list and like, I know I have which one is it? Like, let's load more programs. Yeah, earn between 1 and 4%. This wall marked thing looks stupid. So we might update that. I know it's not that important, but I don't know. I want it to look nice. I mean, this is also a very short like description, but just a couple of more words and this looks fine as well. Now it just looks quite odd. So that's in like the testing phase. So let's first implement all the feedback that I already found or that was put in by other people. We also are going to implement the terms of service and the privacy policy. I will not go with Termly. That will cost me like $15 a month. And while it's worth it, it's not worth it at the moment. So probably when this project earns some money, I will keep a backlog of like, okay, I want to use that service, and that service. But right now we need the funds for that. And this project is already costing me like, I don't know. If I have to like pay it out in like my own hours, it's crazy how much I've invested in this project. But hey, we're doing it for fun. I'm also doing it to learn to build in public. So I don't, my hourly rate is like $0. So let's not worry about that one, Chief. Let's see. We want to do the filters. You know what? Let's just get started. Let's crack on some code. I just want to get the first commit of the day out of the way. So here is usefilius.com. Let's not forget to change this to localhost before I'm trying to make changes and not seeing them like, okay, so this works. That's great. Let's go to WebDev, use affiliates. Yeah, this is the project. Let's open VS Code. Let's close this. And let's have a little look-sies, shall we? Okay, npm run dev. Actually, I don't know if there are already people in chat, but do you find the screen in the bottom left corner like annoying with the Notion thing? I think I code mostly like here, but if it's annoying, just let me know and we'll make the window like half as tall. Let's see. So let's first fix Venom Analytics, which is quite an easy fix. Because all we have to do is like include the www version It's so stupid that I didn't test this, or that I didn't notice this. I think that's because while we tested it, like the old Comfort Kit, like website was also still partially in the air for some people, like due to DNS and time to live. So that sucks. I don't know. Oh, and what I also wanted to do was like add a check, which I know is in like Next.js Phantom Analytics. Where is it? Is the check in here as well? Because I want to return if it's not production. Yeah. Do we have like Next.js production and V? Yeah, field local. Some default process that let's console log this for a second. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this might actually work. So now we get false and true, probably. Undefined and identified. Nice. And why is that? I thought it was in there. Next.js process.env.production. Yeah. Oh shit, it's node.env. Developments. Okay. So now we can do if the node environment is not what should I do? Should I do is not production, or should I do if is development? This one of the thing you can do both ways, and if both is fine. Let's say if node is equal to development. I think that makes most sense. My console log. Hi. Okay, so that's, and if that's the case, we'll return this use effect because, well, we don't have to do any analytics online. Like, online. Fuck me, sideways. Like, locally. Okay, so let's push this. Okay, so let's see. We have like, if developer is development, then we'll return. And we've added the thingy, like, fix phantom tracking. Or rather, enable slash fix. Enable slash fix. I think that's the better way to put it. Clear, then let's git push. And then go to Vercel, because I am now going to check this fucking immediately. Because I need this to work. Because quite frankly, I need data to see how much traffic do we get until we make like one sale. Like if for instance we only get like 50 or 100 visitors like a day or maybe a month, I don't know. Hopefully a day. Then yeah, sales will be like short. But if we have like 15k to like 35k, I mean, I like In the early phases of the project, I estimated that this project can quite, I don't know easily, but it can generate like between 15,000 and 35,000 visitors with a little bit of content marketing. So that's definitely something I'll have to do like once we release it. I think I wrote down today in the build log that we'll probably reach the end of this series like, I don't know, tomorrow or next week. But I might extend that just a little bit so I can like introduce everyone. Hey, thanks for the follow, Nea. Of Neas. I don't know how actually to pronounce it. Drop it in the chat and I will do my best to remember it. Or I'll remember it quite probably. So, we'll probably build the blog together next week. Because tomorrow I'll actually look into this tool which is called Ahrefs. You might want to write it down, but before you do, just remember that using the light version of the tool already costs like $100. Okay, it says 99, but let's make it 100 to make it a little bit dramatic. It like costs $100 a month, which you might want to consider if your project is making money. However, I have a couple of projects which are pretty heavy on the like content side. Like I have Remote 101, for example, which I want to grow more because the content back catalog is quite good. I just have to focus about getting organic traffic, getting more organic traffic. Like this page is getting a lot of organic traffic, but now I have to also get the blog a little bit more, give the blog a bit more attention. Besides that, I have like the Publisher Club, I have my own website, then I have Use Affiliates, I have some other projects in the pipeline, so for me, it's a good investment and I can also put it on the company. But you might, I don't know, how you have a great alternative which is called SEMrush. I don't know what the pricing of SEMrush is. Yeah, okay, sorry, they're more expensive. You know what? I might actually compare the two tomorrow and write a short blog about it. But what's the okay, so key projects, keywords to track, keywords to main, historical data, content marketing platform. Shit. This is so freaking expensive. From $20 a month, content marketing. What's the content marketing platform? SEO content templates, pages to audit, countries to track. Huh. Okay, so with Ahrefs, you get like... I think you get like everything. Like Content Explorer isn't really all that important. I'll probably go for Ahrefs. I don't know. I've seen more people like talk positively about like Ahrefs in the Indie community, and I rarely see SEMrush being used. Although SEMrush, I notice, has like a pretty substantial like brands like as users like Tesla, Apple, Amazon. But hey, they could also just be there for like cloud. I don't know. Okay, so probably this has deployed now, which is absolutely freaking awesome. Now let's see. Okay, if everybody in chat can like go to Use Affiliates for me, that would be fucking great. Like let me drop a link for you. Oh shit, let me just check it myself first. I probably need to use Edge because of my ad blocker, and I respect ad blockers on Use Affiliates. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, now I have one person on my side. Okay, so if everybody in chat, like just for like 10 seconds, can open this link. I want to see if it not only works for me, but it works like around the world. Yeah, nice. Cool. So that number increases. Okay, so that's great. Thank you for checking that out. So now we confirmed that works. Let's keep it open in the background so we can get some data. So yeah, do we need, if it's not production. Okay, Phenom Analytics bug. Crushed. Do we have to give better feedback about page loads? Second thing on the list. Okay, let's... Still have the problem with the... Goddamn. I have to look at like the... For some reason, they decided in the React team like, yeah, you should always include the dependencies, but now it's also giving the error if you just want to do an on-mount thing, like run it once. I don't want you to run again. Maybe there's like a new way of doing that, but I couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. It's just documented like, yeah, if you don't include all your dependencies, it's probably a bug. And I'm like, yeah, no. I worked on like a very, 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 very big e-learning platform, and I definitely in more than 50% of the cases, I only wanted to update things based on a single dependency, not on all the dependencies. So I don't know. And there was like this whole blog post about, yeah, then you should use callback and do this and do that. And I'm like, okay, so you're basically asking me to like conform the rules, do something that's like perfectly, you can still do it. I mean, not include any dependencies. But now instead of like, for instance, take like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, instead of writing 5 lines, for example, you ask me to add a use callback, add like another function inside of the use effect. So then you go for 5 lines to 15, maybe 25 lines of code. I will just keep doing it the way that I was using it. It didn't cost me any bugs. Maybe in 1 or 2 cases, but that was more me just being stupid. Hey, I can see you have 3 current visitors. Nice. Woohoo! Okay, so what do I mean by improving the loading? I mean, if you like switch category, like let's go to travel and recreation. I don't think that one is cached. It takes just a little bit too long for my liking to switch routes if it's not cached. I don't know. There should be a loading indicator somewhere, and I think we can do that. Like, if we go to Next.js and we look at the router, I think we have some function that we can have a look at. And maybe I can show a little, like, loading indicator in the bottom right corner or above here, or just besides the filter. I mean, no, I think we have to overlay it, like... What should we do? It seems a little... Or add a full page transition, or load the, like clear the table and load in new data, or what should we do? What should we do? Let's first have a look at if we can trigger the how do you say that? The router changes. On router. Use router. Okay, use router, usage, okay, I don't care, I don't need an on-click. That is a push, router replace, router prefetch, router before pops, yeah, sure, router back, router leave. Okay, here, router events. With a page load indicator, well, that's exactly what we need, right? Okay, so probably it's in the... About page, or rather set timeout, handle stop loading URL. Okay, so it says loading and progress start. What is end progress? End progress from end progress. Progress bars. Huh. You know what? That actually might not be such a terrible way to handle this. Do we want to place it at the bottom or at the top? Handle stop, engine done, let's say. You know what? Let's just rip off this sample and see if we can tweak it and if we like it. And if we don't like it, we'll just rip it out. I mean, we have time today to chill out, hang out, have a little fun coding. Like, let's just fuck around a little. I mean, if anybody has any suggestions in chat, just let me know and we can try some things out. Let's just vibe today again. I really like when was it? I think it was like Tuesday when we really vibed with all the alpha changes. Let's have a little bit of fun. I mean, yeah, we have shit to do, but I mean, it's also like Thursday, so I didn't remember what day it was. That's funny. The horrors of working for yourself. So let's just hang out. Let's just vibe. Okay, so first things first, we'll probably have to like, okay, let's close these thingies. Do I need a feature branch? I mean, it's probably the right thing to do. But I'm the only developer working on this, so I'm not going to use feature branch. If this doesn't work out, or if I don't like it, I will just do like git reset. Boop. And then be done with it, or in stage changes, I don't know. So let's see, we have to grab the ng progress package. ng progress, what's like populating, loading URL, ng start, ng done. A nanoscopic program featuring realistic trick animation to convince your users that something is happening. Turbo links, PJX. Okay, but I want to know if this GitHub. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that it. Like turbo links, click, like it's starting, then you can stop it. Set it. Now, how exactly do I style this badass motherfucker? Do I want to include this? Let's get rid of this little notification thingy because it's bugging me out. Page load progress bar. Let's see if if there's any loading progress bar. Let's just look at what packages there are. Okay. Let's go to npm, say progress bar. Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna implement like this example. npm add -- save and progress. Only took 1 second, so it's a relatively like small package. Import and progress from and progress, and then we can pretty much like steal this code. Let's create another use effect here, then remove the console log. Do we have to add it anywhere? I don't know, let's just see what this does. Let's just see if this works, where it works. I think it might be orange, so we have to watch real carefully. Not seeing any progress bar, which makes sense. Is there anything happening here? No. Okay, so we are probably missing like ng progress start, use router. Oh, we need the CSS, of course. Of course. Okay, gimme. In progress. Oh, cool. And we also didn't name the... What happens if we do this? Okay, I probably still have to like import... that. Or I might actually not want to place it inside of the public thing. I think I have a style C here. It's better. Oh, shite. I know. Just hang on a second. Why doesn't that exactly want to work? And not resolve, like, yeah, okay, I know you can't resolve that. Okay, do I have to get back? Okay, Kapasa, what's going on? Let's restart the server. Beep, 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 and progress. Oh, I have the double import, which is always great. I have to put on my glasses. This looks awesome. What the fuck is this? Wait, what? I think I removed the global CSS. Yeah, see, I updated the global CSS, so that makes sense. Oh my god, you would have thought that I could implement like copy-paste code in a couple of minutes and then... Best developer on Twitch ever. Yep, see, there it goes, woo! How does it look in mobile? Okay, that's better. That's better. Somebody come get her, because this looks freaking better. Okay, now how do we style this bad boy? Yeah, sure. Sure. Configuration, change the minimum percentage about changing. Change the markup, easing, and speed. Maximum speed. Show spinner. Yeah, I think I might actually want to like... do that here. I don't know if it's all that obvious that something is happening. I think we should make it just a little bit bigger. Background, top left, height. Let's make it 5 pixels just to see if that makes it more obvious. Now, do we have a color which we can use from our own palette, or let's have a little look-see. Let's have a little look-see. Okay, so we have orange, we have light orange, we have white. We can actually use white. But I might actually indeed want to create like a bluish shade. So what happens if we take this color, we bring it out here, and we go towards like blue. How do these colors work? I actually... For some reason my middle monitor is like a gaming monitor. Makes it pretty hard to see the correct color. Turtles of gaming life. Oh, sorry that you can't speaking at the moment. Right. I think this is the right shape. See, on this screen it doesn't look all that great, but can get away with it. So where the frick is the color? So spinner icon. So we only have one color? Shadow. Better. And you know what? I actually might want to use the spinner. Let's close this one. I might actually want to use the spinner. Because where's the spinner showed at the moment? Spinner. Turn off spinner. Is there actually any more information? No, we only have 3 times spinner. But I guess it's only shown on mobile. Do you see a spinner? Do I see a spinner? Ah, here's the spinner now. I had to do a hard refresh. So what I want to do is like... I actually don't know if I want to override these things. Let's set a little important. Theme. So what? So let's side over here. Colors to what we are going to do now is like update spinner. One bar spinner. Okay. Always good to have a little bit of documentation for yourself. So where's the spinner icon? So if blocked, let's change this to bottom. So if we change pages, we now have it here. So for display, so let's update these values to be like 25, maybe. So now it's a little bit bigger. And I might actually want to bring it like 25 side. It's better. So now, because now no matter what you're staring at the screen, it's like always visible. Like you click web development, it doesn't matter where you're looking, my eye is always drawn to either the top of the page or the bottom of the page. And I think it becomes even more apparent on mobile, where if I now click something, it shows it right here. It shows a little loading indicator, which is nice. So what happens if yeah, that's great. Okay, that's nice. So now we always show some for the feedback. And I mean, of course, do I want to handle this more gracefully than showing like on every interaction show a progress bar? Probably I want to do that. But for the current state of the project, I mean, showing even any form of something is happening to the user is already great. I mean, there are many user experience teams like on these kind of cases, and I'm just a one-man band. So, can it be more beautiful? I think more certainly. Can it be more graceful? I think so. Is this totally fine when we switch pages? I think it's more than sufficient. But what do you guys think? Like, should I give this little spinner in bottom right, like maybe a background? I think that's all like apparent on mobile. If we change it here, maybe okay. Bear with me. But like, what if I give this a background color of white, or like a padding of like 5 pixels? I think it's being pushed to the side. Yeah, I don't think since it's that shade of blue, blue, not glue. That shade of blue. I don't think we actually need it. No, we don't need it. It's obvious enough. Cool. Now, why are you complaining? Attempting to disconnect port object. Let's restart the server and see if that's still a problem. Otherwise, there might be a bug with the page loading. Okay, let's see what this next is. Attempting to... this is called when a connection gets close. For example, if you open a tab that has a content script injected, it opens a connection and then the background page tries to message you move away because no longer everything. Your case would get a step closer and you would have your I don't think this is actually something that will happen in production. I think this was more of a webpack issue. Yeah, see what... Yeah, so after a hard refresh of the page, everything is fine. There was probably something cached that shouldn't have been cached. Oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is, baby. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, I'm kind of digging this. Again, just a small change that actually helps with giving the user like some sort of feedback like, yo, we know you clicked and we are doing something in the background. Because let me show you what happens if I remove it. Like, let's... I think if I remove the styles, it already shows what's happening. Like, if I now click on something, what is happening? You know, for 1 or 2 seconds you go like, shit, did I click the button? As opposed to like doing this, you're like, something, oh yeah, I see progress bar, nice. Oh, hey, something's happening. Okay, cool, I'll wait for a second. And then you don't care that it takes like 1 second or like 2 seconds, depending on how fast the Notion API responds, of course. But at least we're now giving some feedback. How long did we spend on this? Like 10 minutes, maybe? and I think it's already a great improvement, you know? I sound like Donald Trump, you know? I already think it's like a great improvement. That's actually not how he says it, but hey. We don't need the URL here, so let's go to review this bad boy. So we added a progress package. We probably could have done this ourselves with a little bit of CSS and JavaScript, but hey, I'm lazy. So we added the styles, which is fine. Added it there. Edit on route change complete on route change and no handle. Stop. Let's create a little bit of white space here. Let's say that happens on routed changes. And I think it's great. Edit progress in bar spinner without change. Cool. Now let's push this change as well, so we can see it live. Okay, do we have to give better feedback about page loads? Yes we do, and yes we did, baby. So UI, maybe make the filters a shade of orange. Okay, we can do that. But wouldn't that affect like the active state? Let's just go to the category filters, like the text, the category tags, I guess, because the way I see it, this shade of gray, I don't know, especially on the homepage, I don't think it looks that great. It doesn't look that on brand. So instead of making them gray, I might actually want to make them like a tiny shade of orange, like such. But then again, okay, chat, I need you. What do you think? Like gray 200 or orange? What happens if I do make it orange 100? Or orange 200? Like, this is gray 200. This is orange 200. Does anybody have an opinion on this? Or if you think both's fine, just let me know. I mean, what happens if I make it like primary 30? We can also work with this, but I don't know. Like primary 25. We can also do that. Contrast ratio. I think the contrast ratio is fine because we use black text. Yeah, I'm like leaning more towards like primary. Okay, so let's make this gray 200. So it's between this and this. I think this is better. It's more on palette. I think it's better. I don't know. Like, sure, you know what? I think, Hanek, you're right. Let's run a lighthouse test, and if the lighthouse test is going to like whine about the contrast ratio, we'll not touch it. We'll just leave it gray. I think let Google decide. Let Google decide. I mean, they have to drive traffic to my website, so let's build this biatch. New private window. npm run start. Let's go to localhost. Actually, let's use Chrome for this, just to be entirely sure that we have no... shit, I need to run a Chrome incognito window. Why do you use Chrome? I don't know, I just have a better feeling, because Brave sometimes add blocking when you don't want ad blocking, even if you have disabled ad blocking. We can also like put it side to side. Like let's go to useaffiliates.com. So this is the different side by side. We have the, let me remove the motion thing there. On the right hand side we have like the gray, and on the left hand side we have like the shade of orange. Actually, let's do it even more. Use affiliates, because it's not entirely lined up correctly. So this is the difference. Let me sit back for a moment. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you think, Hanak, but I think like the left version, so the orange version, just blends in better with the platform. Because even if I look at my small like streaming screen over there, like I think the gray is just too much in your face. I mean, it should be labels, so this should blend in. So now your focus is a little bit more on the content instead of like the gray labels. Or am I thinking about this too much? I mean, you're all in your right to say, Twan, you're a goddamn idiot. Stop spending so much time on this. I don't know. I think orange looks better. Let Google decide. And if Google decides that my contrast ratio is fine, then my contrast ratio is fine and we go with the orange ones. Again, if anybody has any opinion on this or like another, do like, make it blue, make it magenta, scream in chat and we will try it out. So, generate report. For the love of God, please don't complain about the contrast. Oh no. Oh, it's nice. It's still the button that it's complaining about, but I don't care about that one. Surf images. Okay, does anybody know about like this? Okay, I'm going to read the documentation because it's really grinding my gears. Resizing images. Right, sharp npm package and the image mark. I don't care about that one. It's telling me that it wants 140 by 140, but I actually made it 140 by 140. I made it 70 by 70. I even made it 400 by 400. This issue stays persistent. Oh well. I guess it is what it is. What I am worried about still is the largest contentful paint, because it takes quite some time before we actually render something. But that could also be because we are developing locally. Oh well, we'll have to wait and see. So, I think it's decided then. We are going to use the shade of orange for this. Is it not? I mean, is it really? Yeah, it's actually pretty obvious if one is like selected. Let's grayscale everything. Who gave me that tip like a week ago? I mean, that was a pretty amazing tip, and you should like gray filter grayscale 100%. Shit, what was it again? Filter, grayscale. I mean, that's what I... Oh, shit. npm run dev. Yeah, so even if we grayscale everything, it's still pretty obvious which label is active, right? Actually, how's my post program page? Yeah, it's also obvious as well. Okay, nice. So colorblind people can also use my site. Date category tags. Color. I don't have to include reasoning why. Let's push this. Maybe make the filter shade of orange. I don't know. Yeah, precisely. You know when you have like killer feedback on your product where you write down, I do not vibe with the gray. Like big chat CEO. Yeah, boys, you know what? It's actually making a lot of fucking money, but I don't vibe with it, so let's remove it. Let's change it. My vibes are ruined. Can we transition in the filter drop down? Yeah, so this is one for mobile. Like, I pretty much want to... This is a pretty hard transition. I'm wondering if I can, by implementing some simple CSS transitions, make this height come in. Like, it only has to be like 150 milliseconds, but it can be a little nicer. So like, how do you... transition? Vanilla CSS. Or maybe it's in Tailwind even. Oh shit, we even have like pulse and a thing. Bounce. Oh, I did not know that Tailwind supported all these small animations. That's pretty cool. I don't need them. What I need is like a transition. Transition timing, skill, transfer skill, rotate, translate skew. It's like... This is animations. I'm not sure what the name of the animation is. CSS. Like, I wanted to go from top, animate, height. See if we can Tailwind. Oh. Oh, transitional. This filter content, so it's in a listing thingy. Show filters. We can like pretty much slap on these bad boys. Okay, that's perfectly possible, but... Yeah, so this is exactly what I want. do this? I don't think so. Why isn't this easier with Tailwind? Why didn't I just use Svelte where it's supported out of the box? Let's remove the 0 to 100. Okay, so pretty much, okay. Let's just see if this solution works. I mean, why not? What I said, we're vibing today. So we're not really worried about doing things wrong or deciding that, you know what, it's not something we're gonna fix today, because I will probably not import a whole animation library today if that's what we need, or like write a bunch of custom CSS, because quite frankly I don't have the motivation for that. I just want to vibe. I just want to do some lazy work, implement the terms, like work on the launch plan. Okay, now you should be able to use the transition property. Let's use the transition property then. Transition height. If you want to simply test the anime, let's say on hovering over the corner, use also it. Yeah, okay, so then I have to give it a height, but then we don't want to have the height on desktop. And I also don't want to have a set height. And I think that's not entirely possible with height auto, unlike the transitions. So, okay, let's put this to the side. Let's place this in our backlog, because it's definitely something we can do, but I just need a little bit more time. And motivation. Oh, sorry, let me like animate drop down. We tried using a transition height, however that doesn't work height auto. We might want to consider, or not we, I might consider using like React Spring. However, that's a bit overkill for a single height. Why is selected? I hate Windows. I'm really considering like buying a Mac Studio. I don't know. I just like developing on Mac a bit more. I mean, I could install Linux, but I don't know. I also really want a Mac Studio. I mean, I have a MacBook, which is also totally fine, but it's like model before the M1 chips came out. Okay, let's put this inside of the backlog. Yep. Okay. Make mobile so we have like the mobile submission form. Actually, before we do that, let's go down here, because I've generated terms of service and like a privacy policy. So let's do that first. Let's revert these changes. Let's go to terms, because I also noticed that the terms page connecting creators and affiliate programs, that's not what we want. Terms of service. So let's change this to terms of service. And then we can grab this, and we can basically grab all these, this copy text to clipboard. Then we have a grid default, ComSpan 2, place it, yank it all in here. And let's see what we end up with. Oh, that looks horrible. Let me make this bigger so I can see what's going on. Yeah, I'm going to use a tactic which I use quite often for like WordPress websites. What you see is what you get, which is basically a class which I use for user-generated content or like long-form content, where I don't want to go into like every H2, H1, whatever the fuck. So let's do that because we can use supply here. Do we have a terms and conditions of use? Let's do terms and conditions. So let's remove this. And instead of terms of service, we do terms and conditions. So that's nice. So let's say H1. I guess we already styled H1 in the privacy. Yeah, so let's say that H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 are all by heading. You all have an MB of 2. Then we say like text 3XL, text of 4XL. Probably have an H3 is like 2XL, H4, H5, and H6 can all just be text XL. You know what? Let's make H5 and H6 like text XL. Apply text or LG. So then I guess we can also like rip out this and say like H6 is base and then font. Yeah, let's fold. Nested CSS was detected. Oh shit, sorry. I'm writing SES, aren't I? Oops. Shit, can you do... to add support for nested declarations, we plugin with a feature post nested. Oh, you know what? Actually, I might do that. Let's try it out because that's quite that's awesome. So okay, so what we want to do is like close this and then like npm add -- dev post css nesting. Okay, what does it say exactly? To add support for nested declarations, we recommend our bundled Tailwind CSS plugin, which is possible. Yeah, okay. Consent mics, yeah. To include the Tailwind package itself. So to use it, all you need to add is. Okay, so it's already bundled, so that's great. So where do I have to include that, like post CSS. Beep, pop, 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 beep. Like here. Then we have plugins still in CSS. So this works. Do you also code in Python, Darian? I coded in Python during college, but nothing sufficient. Like I'm not sufficient in Python, I guess. I mean, I think I can pick it up quite fast, but I never really had a use case to use Python. I almost used Python for one of the companies I worked for because he used Django, but never. Actually, then we decided to not use Django, but to go for a Golang server. So no, I don't code in Python as of now. Why do you ask? Do you have any questions? Okay, so what's the meta, babe? Okay, we are not going to escape all those things. Okay, so now it doesn't complain anymore about Nest. Oh, that's awesome. That's... I'm going to write that down for today's update. I don't know. I think it's a handy tip. Yeah, I'm getting a certain error and not sure what to try next. I feel like it's probably not hard to solve for someone who is more familiar with the language. Yeah, no, I don't think I can help you out with that. If you have any questions about Next.js, Tailwind, CSS, or whatever else, I can do my best. But I don't know. You can paste your error. Do we have anyone in chat who has like more experience with Python? If so, please help a man out. It's really annoying to be stuck on a problem. But I don't know. Most of my followers join around 4, 5 o'clock, so we're probably a bit early with that question. Thank for the follow. Anyway, the real MVP asking a question, getting the hard news that I don't have an answer, and then still following. You're an MVP, my man. It's all good. Happy to watch some jazz. Nice, nice, nice. And in a couple of I think in an hour we'll move on to like not writing any code at all and like just focusing on the launch plan. Oh, this is great. This is actually awesome. Oh, Hanak can maybe can help you out. Hanak is also a real MVP of the stream. Let's also do MB4. I mean, it doesn't have to... Okay, so this is MB4, so this has... Why are you overflowing each other's margins? I mean, we can also consider that this might be a... Why? Yeah, sure. Governing law. I think this is a little bit too big for my liking. So let's make these a bit small. Yeah, better. Better. Which means that this is 2XL. This is going to be XL. This is going to be LG. This is going to be base. So then we yep. And remove this. And we can do this. Let's say it's H6. I think the PY is a little bit too much. So let's do this. And make it's like it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, this seems about right. Why is the heading so... Can we maybe change that in default layout? Because I think the spacing is really, really, really annoying. Okay, so Darian is basically trying to zip files and it all seems to work fine. But when I try to rename the zip, I get OS rename. Process cannot access the file because it's being used by another process. Ah, I gotta love it. Yeah, I basically only know those errors from like when I work with video files or movie files. You have like an application open and then you try to edit the video and it says, oh, it's used by another program or the process is already in use. But who knows? Maybe Hana can be like, hey, you know, buddy, this is the solution. Now make $1 million. Okay, so what I want to do is like, you have this default layout. And I think I want to slap a prop on top of this so we can alter the height. So let's say it's size. Let's add a size prop. Where's the height? Where's the height? So we can MD height. Okay, so what's it on? So here's fine. So so this is render title. Now let's add a solve size. So size is equal. How long have you been doing web stuff? Since... Jesus, that's a good question. I started in college, like in my second or third year of college. So I think we are talking about 2015 that I got into web development, and I certainly didn't do it full time. I think you can say that around 2016, 2017, I started doing it full time because I landed a job pretty quickly in college. So I worked full time as a web developer, mostly like doing like WordPress templates. Like we worked on like these kind of websites, you know, just like pages of like non-profit organizations. And as you can see, clients are great because they use like really big, nice header images where you can't actually read the fucking text. So that's cool. But yeah, basically some of this. And I think the most hours were put into Senor Wooly, which is a Spanish e-learning platform in America. So what you're looking at right now was my last project, like redesigning, like implementing the redesign of the landing page, or actually the marketing pages. But we also, maybe I can show you that I also worked on like this thing. Oh shit. Like read a sample of the book, like Novus Low. Yeah, so this was my final big project, just basically like a comic book reader. So you can change the proficiency, you can change the panel mode, you can do full screen. There's even like a glossary inside of there. Looks really nice. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this was actually a pretty awesome project to work on. And what's actually great is they put a lot of effort in like these comics. So there's also like audio files per panel. So if I pause my music for a second, you can hear like...
Necesitas dormir más.
Carolina, ¿te lavaste los dientes?
It's actually awesome, and it's pretty performant as well. the whole API design behind this is pretty cool. But I don't know. I just like that I worked on something that's like being used by like at least 1 million students, and the actual comics are like voiced over by professional Spanish voice actors.
Necesitas dormir más.
Isn't that awesome?
Carolina, ¿te lavaste los dientes?
But this is just like the tip of the iceberg.
Carolina.
Oh, sorry. Like we also worked on the whole the student environment and the teacher environment. So I don't know if I can show you any more things. You now also speak fluent Spanish. No, señor. that was actually pretty funny because sometimes I had to like click through like finish games just to see if the scoring worked, and I was like, okay, I have to like remember how the words look instead of actually learning something. I mean, I got a little bit better with Spanish, and I actually watched Narcos around the same time, that Netflix series, and I was like, how the fuck do I understand some of these sentences? And then I was like, oh wait, I worked on this Spanish e-learning platform for like 4 years. But yeah, you know, also we made these games. And this is not of my doing, so don't blame me. You know, but we made these games where you see where
¿Puedes ir de pesca conmigo?
¿Contigo?
Conmigo.
shit, I have to end something. So there were like hints. You know, just some fun things. Should just rename maybe copy first and then delete like form and rename. What I can do. Ah, nice. Great to see that people are helping each other out in the chat, man. That warms my little heart. Okay, but let's see. We were working on these size before going into Senor Wooly. Like, let's see. We were at the size, so let's see if size is equal to. For this kind of stuff, you really need to have TypeScript. Let's say is you have tall is short. How should I name this prop? Like, is tall? No, probably like. You know what? Let's just call it is small. Because then I can do is small, like return MD. MD. Return this. Otherwise return that. And then we change this to. Let's go to Tailwind and see what the other values are. Height. Okay, so we ended it at 96. So let's say maybe what happens if we set this to 72? And then we can do like here this, then we can do this, and I probably had to Control D that. But hey, and then solve size. Okay, so now we still have 96. Then I can go to like the terms. Then I can say default layout is small. Ah, I think this actually works pretty well. I think 72 is fine. We can try out 80 just to see if that maybe looks a little better. So this is 96. This is 80. This is 72. Yeah, I think 80 is the way to go. Does this have any effect on? No. Okay, this looks great because now if we go to the beta page, the header can actually be a little bit taller. But if we go to the terms, this, okay, so we've added the terms and conditions. And now what's it complaining about? You can... Oh, no escape empties. Okay, you know what? Let's use it. Let's fix this. And this works, I suppose. No. Okay. Ah, I can do a search and replace. That sucks. And now it's complaining about this. So let's use this. So it's complaining here, here, here. Okay, so now terms is all good, right? So if I search for this, I don't get anything. Oh, no, I don't want to save the page. Silly me. Okay, now let's grab the privacy, copy text to clipboard. Let's grab this. This is the grid. Let's place it in here. Why isn't this formatting? Because it's complaining about this P, capital P. Oh, sheet. Okay, now it's all formatted nicely. Let's remove that. Let's search for a tags. That was the generated. Okay, cool. So now we're back on the terms and services. So we go. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Okay, so let's then we also have to do the is small to this default layout. Is small. The small boy. Is what you're making a site to find affiliate programs? Yes, it is. Maybe we don't want it is. Oh, wait, because we have like privacy policy here. So we can update that to the title, and then it all makes sense. It's basically a project that has been on my shelf since 2018, since my first attempt to do that. And I know there's a lot of competition, but I'm quite frankly think I can just do it better. And now I'm kind of confused. Oh, okay, because we didn't add the what you see is what you get thingy. And now yeah. And we probably also have to style the lists now that I'm seeing this. Apply list disk and like PL2 or 4, I guess. Is it even PL6? It's PL4, this bitch. Okay, and then let's also say that this gets a margin bottom of 4. Cool, and let's give the list items like apply MB. What I have. Just space them out a bit more. I'm not even mad. This looks actually pretty decent. Privacy policy. This is alright. Title, description, much privacy, search legal stuff. Whoa. I'm vibing. Okay, so let's review these changes. So, I'm in love with this little plugin. I'm definitely going to remember that. That will save me a lot of time in the future. Okay, so we added a check for the resolve size. I can actually memo that bitch, but who cares? It's just such an inexpensive thing to render. Okay, so this is all good. This is set to small privacy policy. So this is great. Let's change it to privacy policy. Let's do that. Then the terms. So let's change this to Okay, so that's already terms and conditions. It's small. Let's move down. And this is also great. Yep. Wait, I have to do this a bit differently. Now that I'm thinking of it. Well, do I? Yeah, I have to. It's this way, just to ease my own mind. That's still Wind CSS nesting package plugin. Okay. And then we can stage all this, implement. Okay, that's great. Now let's. Everything is staged. Okay, so git push. But Darian, what is it exactly you are working on? Because you are like making a zip thing. Are you also building in public, or are you just like working for like a client? I'm interested. Also, the same for Hanek. What are you working on at the moment? I hear that you have to tell me more often. Keep me updated. I want to hear about your work. What is it you are doing at the moment? Okay. So it's also it's a bit. That is something we did. As a CSS box, and we privacy. Working as a freelance developer for a big energy company in the Netherlands. Oh, nice! Nice. And you're like a front-end developer or back-end developer? You're actually making money in my country. Let's go! You know, basically, I have to make sure to. Okay, let's go back to the beta changes. I see myself as development now as a .NET developer. Ah, .NET. Actually, I was kind of surprised that .NET is still getting a lot of traction, because a couple of friends of mine, or friends, yeah, I think they're more acquaintances now. That's a sad thing to say. Like, friends go to... Yeah, okay. Never mind. My personal life. But actually, a lot of people are picking up .NET at the moment. Darian company, they have like hundreds of thousands of tiny files they need to archive. And the process, they have now dies if it gets larger than a max zip size and packing zip. So trying to write something in Python to pretty much do the zip, and once it gets close to the max zip threshold, it renames it and then repeats the process so it can go through the whole directory. Oh, that's actually nice. And then I'm here making a directory of affiliate programs. I feel like such a fucking meme at the moment. People solving real problems. I'm just here, hey, look at my database. Yes, .NET is now open source and OS independent, so even running on Mac. Ah, yes. That's right. I actually forgot about that. I mean, I did remember that they made it for Linux, but I didn't know you can actually now run .NET applications on your Mac. Is it worth looking into? Like, how hard would it be for me to like go from a full... Like, I have some experience with like Go and with Rust. I mean, I'm far from great at it, but I can write a Hello World program. I'll bet. how beneficial would it be for me to like learn a little bit of .NET or like dip my toes into the .NET waters? I think I'm pretty satisfied with how everything is coming along right now. I'm just not sure about this button. Okay, but let's see. Let's look at it. Make mobile submission form. Oh yeah. Okay, so can we generate terms? Yeah. Yeah, we all did all that. So there was actually a little problem with the submission form, which is that if you go on mobile, the submission form is way too tall. So let's fix that. Let me turn down the music. Is the music like alright for you guys, or should I tone it down just a little bit? Okay, so let's say MD, and then on in height is like, let's see if we can get away with 40 REM. Also have to set the same for this one. Come on, you can do it. Still a little bit too big for my liking. Let's say that we used... Oh, it's set of 49. Well, that's actually the same. Yeah, this looks great. And once you start it, you get to like full screen. Okay, cool. When I tested your site, I wasn't sure how to remove the Oh, okay, that's useful feedback. When I tested your site, I wasn't sure how to remove the filter for a while. Then I found the cancel symbol on the end. Not sure if it's silly, but potentially you could increase the size if more people have the same issue. I actually haven't had the feedback, but it's something I was wondering about for a while now. So I don't know. Let's fucking change it. I'm all down for it. Because probably if you have a hard time looking for it and you are in software development, like users are retarded. Like I don't want to blame the user, but I work with plenty enough of users to know that 99% of the users are actually dumb. I love my users, but you have to care for them a little bit. Like if you have a small button, you have to increase the button by at least 50%. But in order to fix it, I am going to try out something that I have been thinking about for a little while now with a button, and that's just to make it red. At the start I was looking for like a filter all option, then really that's a cancel button. I agree with you, Darian. Maybe bigger button or clear filter icon. Is there... Okay, Hanak, you say that like there's like a default clear filter icon. Is that the case? Like, did I miss the memo about there being an icon for clear filters? That's like the industry standard? Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, but this doesn't have the clear thing. Clear. I think I might stay with this one. Let's make this a okay. So user it's not. That's There's add a also make icon. Okay, so file index. Okay, so what if we make this red 400? Hmm. It's already a button one, you fool. Maybe I can do it this way. Ah, that's too small. Then we make it MR. Still not clear enough if you ask me. Okay, I think this is already better, but not yet great. This needs a little bit more padding at least. So clear filters. Now let's make this full. Let's make this icon a little bit smaller. Yeah. Now let's not make this one red. Hmm. what do you guys think of this? So we went from... I think it's better. I mean, I definitely have to do a little cleanup, but it went from this to this. Definitely improvement. Okay, then I'm going down this route just a bit more. Just a bit more. I think we can remove this, right? If we do descending. Yeah, okay. So we already have we have new loading indicators. So let's remove this one. Now let's make it a bit more clear, shall we? Because now, even though if we go to the home page... Even if page we can say we can use the M filters, right? Use the M filters. So we can say something like where do we use the M filters? Yeah, so we can use the same logic as here. Okay, I think this is better because now we can see that if we do like, if we select one, then we only show the clear filters because that makes more sense. Why do we want to clear the filters? And then we can do this, and then it's loading. Better, but how does it look on mobile? So okay, we have like a own. Yeah, I think it looks great. Maybe I want to move the filter button to the right, because on mobile most people use their right thumb, I guess. How do I do this again? Hanak, great for beta. Hanak is still a little bit on the fence about this design. He doesn't like it. He says, okay, it's great for mobile Twan, but... it's great for beta Twan. But after the beta, you have to fix it. I'm here all proud. Oh, I made a little clear filter button, and it looks actually decent. Color is red, yes. Should I now make it red? I mean, it's a pretty destructive action. I mean, I can make it orange. But I suppose it's better red because it's like more clear that you can do something. Should I make it white? Should I not make it red? Is there an argument to not make it red? It's red. Or gray? No, it's red at the moment. Why? We have the clear filters here, and I want to move it over to the right. Justify. And I don't like justify. And yeah. Justify. Justify. Start. I should read with error or things I shouldn't do. That's a solid. Let's see how it is with popular Dutch. e-commerce shops because they spend a lot of fucking money on these kind of things. Like, I want to buy a Samsung TV. Okay, you can just pretty much toggle it on and... Can you... You don't even have a clear filters thing. Like, what if I select, like, a couple of filters, right? They just have a little link here that says delete all filters. It's okay, it's in blue. So one thing that really grinds my gears at the moment is why the hell is this not medium yet? I just had to pull my hard refresh. So now it's end. Start. So I probably want to say that this is based on... God, wait. Let's say this from LG onward. More sense. Okay, we can also... I think I agree with Hanak. We can make the... God damn it, VS Code. Why do you always... what if we turn this into gray? Basically, we use sync. Okay, so this is how it would look like if it's sync. We can also make it like primary. But then we have to do like 20, 40? Mary. Nah. Then we can go with gray. And we probably want to add an hover. I maybe also want to update hover like text is gray. Yeah. Okay, what about this then? So now we went from red to gray. So we have filter selected. Now you do clear, then everything's gone. Loading indicator start running. We update the thing. Yay! Now it's great for Ooh. Hanak approved. We should make a sticker out of it. It's Hanak approved. Nice, man. Thanks for the feedback. I really appreciate it. I may be bullshitting from time to time, but know that I always appreciate it. If I don't agree with something, I'm sure to tell it and also reason why, and we can have a great discussion, but I agreed. Red might not have been like the best thing. I think kind of my thought process was I should make it red because, I don't know, it's like a destructive thing to... It's not really destructive. I don't know. If I could explain this in Dutch, I probably could. And now I have to explain it in English and I'm lost for words. I thought it was a good idea for some reasons. When I got feedback on, maybe you have to make it gray, I thought to myself, you know what? That actually makes sense. People are afraid of red buttons. I also associate red buttons with like deleting a repository on GitHub. Okay, so we make that more clear. Let's see. Okay, so I think we can push this. Like let's test it just a bit more. So even if I do like one-time payments, I get the clear filter thing. So it looks great on desktop. It looks... I don't like it here. Can I make this like these less too like too wide? Oh shit, I mean like, can I make these like column white, column span 3? No. Ugh. Then I might actually want to consider pulling this one to the top. I think this, like the medium screen can use a little bit of love anyways. Because it's really, it doesn't make sense to have so much white space on both sides. And why is that? Like, what did I decide here? Like, okay, it's the container. Fuck. Okay, so between this and this. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. How should I tackle this? Because I rather not update the MIDI. Yeah, on the other hand, it is what it is. Okay, alright. Actually, let's increase the LG container a bit so we don't get an Why exactly are we getting an overflow? Probably has something to do with me. Like, this is 1048. And everything below that is getting ripped to pieces because of an overflow. And that makes sense because we have a negative margin on that. Do I have to make a calculation? I'm not gonna bother for the beta. I think everything is fine for the beta now. We can clear the filters. It's great. Yeah, you know what? Let's push this. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so what are we working with? Okay, so we updated this and only show the button if there are filters, and we changed the validation because we already show progress. Okay, then we have submit and we okay, so this maybe, so let's first update it. Make your obvious. And then we have like height. Submit mobile. Okay. Go into push. the version. And then I think we are out of beta. Let's check if we have any feedback on platforms. Hackers, did people there? Of course not, because indie hackers is like dead in the water, which is really a shame. Clapped. Okay, thanks for the clap, but you don't have any. Okay. Let's test it out just one more time. Go through every. Let's build the. Let's like we pushed it so we can test it out in production. Okay. I'm a new user, so let's open a browser that I don't use that often. Firefox. Fuck off, Firefox. I don't want to use you as my default browser. Okay. This looks fine. I can search through programs. Let's load every program from the list. What I don't like about this is the font. Like, font weight 400. Yep. We have to set another font weight, guys. Okay, so let's add that UI. Update. Updates for category tags. Okay, so updates font weights of category tags. Payment type monthly. Okay, so we can do this descending. Then we get clear filters, which is also great. So this is all. So let's load all the items just so we can test the filtering. Okay, now we have everything. No cookie, no cookie. No cookie. 1 day, 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, 30 days. 45, 90, 180. Okay, let's do only show me the monthly things. It kind of sucks that it has to reload all the... Okay, yeah, but that's to be expected. Because it does another fetch, because it has to reorder everything. That might actually be a nice performance boost if we can check if everything is loaded. Because then we only have to do like sort things client side, if you know what I mean. But that would be risky, because if we add new programs, like I'm expecting to batch update this, then you're missing out on some goodies. Okay, so I can clear the filters and then we go back to this. That's great. Content works. Content. Selected does do all the categories work. Apparent jewelry work, which updates the thing. Hardware works. Software works. Educational works. Gaming works. I will not call them out. King. It's actually decently fast. Okay, so we do have an issue with images like this. Bop. Maybe I can look into that, but it isn't like that pressing to fix. It's just a hey, we don't... Okay, yeah. This is on purpose. So I left the crypto... oh, also, let's... style filter... style the clear... The same... The... the same. Or makes sense, so we can make a component out of this. Cool. So crypto works, Terraform recreation works, e-commerce works, all it works. Hey. Okay, yeah, that was just like I clicked too fast. Okay. And this is nice because now my whole, like, all my caches are warmed up. Okay, post program page, of course, works because that's just an embed, the terms and conditions, and the privacy policy. That'll work, this works, this goes to my website. Okay, guys, I think we are all... Okay, we are almost ready. It's not just... We are so close at the launch. So close. So, maybe smaller. So close. Just 2 more changes. Let's see. Why is this... Okay, so category tags. Textiles rounded, let's say font normal. That's great. That's probably... let's open Firefox just to see if it works. Fuck off. Come in. Yeah, this looks definitely way better than the medium version. So let's roll with that. So that's the first chain. Bit silly to run a build for this, but hey, we have plenty of builds. We have plenty of builds. Okay, so now all that remains is to go to the crypto category and match these buttons. Then is there anything else? Okay, let's one thing at a time, Twan. You haven't yet completed the task that you're working on. Just do that before moving on to the other task. I'm like a child at the moment, like, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Are we there yet? Okay, so let's go to the listing index. Clear filters. Yeah, so... pretty much take this and let's go down here and say const clear filter button. I don't think we have to make an actual to that. Let's say clear filters and let's say const clear is a function which filters. No clear, fine. No clear filters. Well, that works. And then all we have to do is place it in here as well. There. So now it's there as well. So all I need to do is update the styling just a little bit. And that's why I always use margin bottom instead of margin top. Makes it way more easier to work with. Buttons. Well, now these are also the same. And this works on mobile as well, right? Yep. No biggie. Clear filters. Ooh, we go back. Let's go again. Let's see if this one works. Let's do descending. Let's chain a couple of them. It also removes that. Let's go back. Let's use this one. This also clears them and shows the loading indicators. Okay, that was a pretty easy fix. Cross. This is fine. This is perfectly good message. Perfectly good message. Okay. Okay. So we did that style and clear filter button. Did the other thing. So we tested the living shit out of it. So I guess we finally reached the moment where we can throw a little party. Well, not yet, because I have to work on the actual launch plan. But we can... Yeah, let me zoom into this to make it a bit more dramatic, shall we? We can finally do this. If I can find it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're out of beta. We are out of beta. Woo! We've reached version freaking 1. Okay, can I reset soon? Thank you very much. Oh, this is very small. Yeah, I think it was this big. Okay. I don't know. Can you add an emoticon to your like version control? Is GitHub going to kill me? Thanks! Thanks, Anak. Appreciate it. Also, thanks for the help along the way. I really appreciate that as well. I mean, it's kind of like releasing a project with every single one of you. I've gotten so much feedback from you guys over this whole process. I loved it. It's building! Oh, just in time, just in time. I want to Twitter that. I think that's cool. Oh. Hey, notifications. How do you proceed to communicate? Asynchronous. I don't understand this question. I will get to that later. Well, let's create a little bit of hype. Nice. This Twitter can't handle this. So let's go to Figma. Actually, we can. Oh, so we can actually close this right now. Have to go. Bye. Bye, Anik. Thanks for the help. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Let's create a little social image for this. Let's scale this down just a little bit. Like 48. Or maybe 55. Go to here, take the screenshots. Okay, it looks a little fake, but oh well. It's the message that matters. Ah, God damn it! Why can't I do it this way? We did it, guys! We are officially at version 1 of useaffiliates.com. God damn, what a journey it has been. And we're not finished! I'm not done yet! Wolf of Wall Street reference. I'm not leaving! I'm not fucking leaving! Oh, it looks great. No more beta, no more alpha. We've made it. I mean, if there's any feedback on one of the blog posts, fine. Fine, fucking fine. No, I will implement it later. But for now, we made it. We are officially at version 1 of the site. We have terms and conditions. We have privacy. We have a privacy page. You can post a program. Everything is working. And that's flipping awesome. So I guess let's move on with creating the launch plan and setting a date and doing all that kind of fun stuff. So sorry if you came here for any more coding, but I'm not sure if we'll be doing any like from now on, or at least for the remainder of this stream. Let's see what we actually have to do. Let's bring up Notion, shall we? Let's bring up Notion. We can make it a little bit big. So this is completed. Okay, so did you work on this project? Question mark, press, write the first comment. What's the best time to launch a product hunt? Yeah. So I will be right back. I have to go to the toilet and grab a drink, and then we can move on with the product launch, or maybe we'll do something else. Let me think. Let me think on it for a bit. Be right back. Let's say 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let me just take a sip of my drink. Let's talk a little bit about what we are going to do for the remainder of the day. I think we have we have about an hour left before I have to make some dinner and go to the gym. So I guess most of the launch plan is already pretty much in place. We just have to figure out when is the right time to post this. Do we want to maybe wait for at least a week before we are going to place this on Product Hunt, just to get some more feedback? I also want to think about, like, okay, so we have two types of users. We have like the creators that we want to tailor towards, and we have the actual owners of the affiliate programs, and those are more important because those people are going to pay, but one can't go without the other. So actually, I think we have to have at least, I don't know. It basically would all depend on the first sale. So I think that's something we have to push for, like push for the first sale, and then see what data points we get from there. So yeah, a Product Hunt launch and a beta list launch, and I will probably drop the link. I have to think of some marketing text. Maybe I will talk to my dad about that because he's in marketing. But okay, where do I reach all the creators? Do I have to create YouTube videos? Do I have to... I don't want to do any paid advertising because I don't think that's really necessary. I mean, we can do paid advertising once the product runs as a company. Because now everything comes out of my own pocket and I want to make money. I don't want to spend it, I want to make it. And yeah, I think we're now also getting to the point where we have to start talking about what's next on stream. Because once we do the launch, it needs to run in the background. So we're probably gonna make the blog at one time. Maybe if I get sufficient enough information on Friday, um, like sufficient of information from HA reps, from all the SEO tooling, and I know what blogs I want to write, we might actually build a blog next week. So I can write a couple of blog posts and it can grow organically, because that takes time. So I rather want to do that sooner rather than later. But after that, it's pretty much free for all. So I'm actually thinking about a couple of smaller projects that I want to get out of the door. I will work on the Publisher Club, which is a collaboration I do with one of my old colleagues, which is a template which runs with Notion, which you can buy of Gumroad. I'm going to start building my own linking template. So you might have heard of Linktree, which you can take a subscription, you can add your own domain, and then you can add a profile. What I'm thinking is, okay, I want to take a step back. I mean, there are a lot of developers out there and a lot of people who know how to work with servers, and a lot of people are just like, hey, I don't want to pay for a server, yada, 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 or for a service. So I'm just going to create a HTML template with vanilla HTML, CSS, and JS, so people can upload it to their own server, probably sell it on Gumroad, do a couple of versions of that, and see if that can make some money. It's a completely different product with a completely different marketing strategy. But hey, maybe we can make that work. And now let me have a look in my notebook. So what else? Yeah, I'm actually working on another app in the background. So let's see, what do I have here? I have twankruid.com, so I'll probably create more content around my own blog. Mind blown, I know, right? Use Affiliates, gonna launch that. Remote 101 is a once a month thingy. We have Vibe. Vibe is a ambient sound kind of app. I know there are plenty, but I just want to have my own go at it. Check out some marketing strategies I had in mind for that. Then we actually have like Upperplant. Let me actually show these projects to you, because that makes more sense than just looking at my face. Like, we also have Upperplant, which is getting a decent amount of traffic, which is a sort of directory for Web3 projects. However, it hasn't been maintained all that well because of, well, time restrictions. And let me, do I have like the Publisher Club? I don't think Publisher Framework. No, yeah, this is one of Publisher's sites. This was my old site, and now I have this site. Woohoo! Fast as fuck, boy. Look at these fees. I really have to take a new picture. I'm really on the fence about getting a professional picture taken. I might have to do that. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the stream a little short today, because I don't think it's really all that interesting to watch me grind to write content. I actually might want to pick up something else because I'm pretty fried from the gym from yesterday. Might sit back, get out of this chair. Maybe I will go for a walk, you know? Just to, is it going to rain? Oh shit, I'm just when I think like, you know what? Maybe I'll go for a walk, and then my phone goes like, oh, you know what? It's gonna rain, and it's gonna rain pretty hard. So, okay, taking a walk is out of the question. Then I will probably get started on writing the actual build log for today. So, peeps, I want to thank you all for watching today. Pretty amazing that we're at the end of we're getting towards the end of the series. So I will keep you all posted when we'll do the launch, because of course when we do the launch I will live stream it so we can go full circle. I will update you all on what decisions I've made towards the launch, and don't worry, I won't. If I do work off stream, it always comes back on stream, so everyone stays in the loop circle, so everyone can literally just duplicate what I did and try to make their own success. It's possible. But you might have to go through like 16 or 70 build logs now. Oh well. So, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're from. Little smoochie for everybody who was here today. And I will see you guys next week or whenever. See ya!